first guest tonight is an Academy Award and Emmy-nominated actor and musician who you know and love from movies like Wicked, Jurassic Park, The Fly, and Independence Day. His latest album with the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra, Still Blooming, is available now. Please welcome back to the show one of our favorites, Jeff Goldblum, everybody. Please. You gave me such a nice compliment just then. You told me I smelled good, and then you asked me what I smelled like, and then you sniffed me.
I did. And I was picking up a note of, it was very quick, and there's many other things on my mind, of course, but I was picking up a note of something athletic.
Okay.
And also, but then your neck. You know, don't you find that people smell different in different places?
Yeah. I've always been told I have a good smelling neck.
Really? You're just making that up?
I'm making it up, yeah.
I thought. But your neck does smell good.
Thank you.
You smell like a regular guy.
Thank you.
I don't think you use... if you're using something, you do what everybody should do. And here, then I'm done. Then I can leave. Spray it and walk into it.
Oh, that's what you do. You spray it and then you walk into it.
Don't use too much.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's our show.
Can I? You also paid me a nice compliment backstage, which I'd love for you to share with the audience. You commented on my look tonight, and do you remember what you said?
Oh, yeah. I said you look like one of the Menendez brothers.
Thank you.
With you. It's a very good look.
Thank you.
I like the sweater. I like the sweater and
you
the
know,
shirt
we can't
under.
let them and their crimes ruin a good look.
No, they didn't ruin it. You can pull it off. You redefine.
Thank you.
What that means. Yes.
Yeah, I'm calling the style New Menendez. Menendez reimagined.
It's very good. Hey, you know, I used to do, that reminds me of when I was a kid going to Calhoun Junior High School around, 7th, 8th grade. I had sweaters, not the fine quality that now I'm able to get. Is that cashmere, may I ask? That seems like very high quality.
Yeah.
And, I like a cotton. Cashmere I've just gotten recently okay with, but I'm very sensitive. And wool of all kinds. I thought my whole life and me were at odds.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because in Pittsburgh, one of the reasons just occurs to me now, I was in Little League in Pittsburgh, and it was the summer, and I used to pride myself on getting a tan, and so I'd lay out, and so I'd be a little burny. And then for the games, it was hot, and we'd have to put on these very low-quality wool outfits. I didn't like it. I can still remember it now.
Yeah.
So I turned against wool.
Gotcha. But now you've done the work through, I'm assuming, years of therapy, and you've come to the conclusion that it's this baseball thing.
No therapy as good as this is right now.
Yeah,
I feel that we're
making some real connection.
Well, you're very good. Yeah. Something about your trustworthiness. You opened me up like a Reuben sandwich.
I'm going to ask about the album, but Jeff, I have to do something. And I never do this, but my producer, right before you came out and he said, Jeff has 4 other things he wants to talk about.
I was talking to
Kevin.
This never happened.
Yeah.
He's a fascinating guy.
I do want to... You wrote him down. Well, here.
Yes. Let's
Great.
go.
I mean, you want to go? First one I got was a Pedestrian Protocol.
I have it.
Great.
I have it. That's why.
And then we are going to get to your album because that's what people want to hear. But I'm just
Still Blooming. Still Blooming. Yeah, it's just out on Verve and Decca.
That's great.
Verve here. Yeah. Jamie Krentz. Oh, he's the tippity top. And Tom Lewis in.
Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Scarlett's on it. Scarlett Johansson's on it.
Scarlett Johansson, our
really
good friend. Yes, they're on it, and I'm very proud of it. And there it is.
Yep.
Still Blooming. Now, you know what I was thinking about this morning? Yes, but this does interest me, because I, like you, we have kids about the same age.
Yes, we do.
And I don't know about you, because you're here in New York. Well, is a lot of your interaction outdoors with them, when you're around the city, having to do with, hey, hold my hand when we cross the street, and, and you wake up, in a fright at night, oh, God, what if this happened to them? What if that happened to them? And cars, of course, horrible. So walking on the street is very important. And do you teach them, like we do, look both ways? And I'm getting better myself now. as I'm teaching.
Yeah.
Because when you teach something, you learn it better yourself. I now know, here's what to do. Here's my technique. Now that I make it conscious, I'm walking along the sidewalk. This one, I know that, are there any cars coming out of there? Oh, I know. Out of the intersection that way.
Yep.
I'm not going to cross without looking to see if somebody's coming this way, even a bicycle or a scooter or anything like that. Or is somebody going to be coming this way? Because here's the traffic goes this way. Are they going to be turning into here?
Yeah.
So I got to go, wait, look, okay. That kind of thing. I know this is very boring.
Well, it's interesting because I thought you maybe had a breakthrough, and then it's all very basic stuff, Jeff.
It's stop, look, and listen. It's the three. It's absolutely basic.
I think you're going to try to take credit for inventing look both ways, and I will not stand for it, Mr. Goldblum.
You're right. Thank you. I needed that. But how about these days, the new wrinkle in the culture where everybody has...
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Everybody has the thing, and they're on their devices, and they jaywalk. In the middle of an intersection in Los Angeles, here, any place, and they go, you're going to take care of me, I guess is their attitude. You're going to watch out for me. Our lives could be changed.
I have a lot of empathy for taxi drivers in this city now because the amount they do have to, I think more than ever, they know if a green light does not necessarily mean that everybody has stopped.
Yes, and I say the pedestrian should not assume that the person who has a red light, the car, is going to stop. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they've got, So you have to, pedestrian protocol means you have to make contact with that. We're sharing the roadway.
Gotcha. Just a lot of, I think the Jeff Goldblum method is a lot of eye contact. You're just constantly looking at people being like, I'm going to go, you're going to go.
Collaborate.
It's collaboration.
Cooperation, even though there are rules. And if you're, how about pedestrians with other pedestrians? If you're walking down the sidewalk, don't be moving and not looking.
Great.
Assuming that I'm going to watch out for you. Is that too much? Am I being too harsh?
I do want to say,
I don't mean to be an old grouch, but
now, because again, you don't look when you're doing pedestrian work, and then we'll get to the next thing on your 4-point plan. But you've been caught a few times you go to shows, and this is post red carpet.
Yeah.
And then you sit down, and then you immediately just start looking at yourself on the carpet.
Somebody caught me. Well, here's the other file that this intersects with is you have to assume that in public you're always being potentially photographed.
Yes.
So I was not just by myself. Somebody was going, oh, look at Jeff. He's doing this and that.
But I will say, you're owning the carpet these days, and I have no issue with you checking out how good it looked. I celebrate this.
Thank you so much. And I myself have no issue, but I go there and I get gussied up, so, I look, I don't scare little children. And I get, and then I'm going, hey, how did I do? Nothing wrong with that.
You have, I'm going to let you choose one of these topics. You can either choose you don't like to shake hands or you steal from hotels. Which one do you want to do next?
Let's,
which one? Yeah, you can choose.
Maybe a lightning round. All
right, go.
I'm not a germaphobe, but these days I trust in science and that, hey, you got to wash your hands, and this is how you get sick. This is how things
You're not a germaphobe, but you're also not a germophile.
Exactly. I don't love germs. That's right. Well put.
I'm glad someone agrees.
I mean, if the encounter warrants it, there may be hugging. And by the way, sometimes I do hugging instead of touching.
Well, that might be safer.
I think so, too. But I also do this. If somebody reaches out their hand, I go, Roman style.
Do you...
But they don't like that. I don't think. I don't think that goes over
Do you
well.
actually say Roman style? Do you say what? Yeah.
Sometimes.
So you narrate what you're doing.
Yes. Marcus Likas, yeah. But this is what has really occurred. Says I sometimes, I don't want to get you sick. So can we please? But now, wait. Now, what you just did, this is making my point. A guy like you, you're full of testosterone and virility. And enthusiasm,
coming out of my pores,
I can already see the pressure in that fist.
Oh, you think it's too strong?
Well, just like those guys who used to crush your hand with a handshake, there are people, once we make fists, they want to do some punching, even if it's on your knuckles.
So that's all you want?
Well, I say to them, when I see that and sense that, I go, may I just fist bump? Oh, yeah, but wait. Very gentle.
Oh, my God.
Very, very gentle. It doesn't always work.
So...
But I need help. I'm asking. I'm not. These are not solutions.
So someone offers to shake your hand, and you go fist bump, and then you have a lot more notes.
Case-by-case basis, depending on my instincts and what I pick up.
You steal from hotels.
Well, I used to steal. In second grade, I used to go, and when they'd line up, I'd wait and then get everybody's pencil, because they used to give us a pencil one a month, and I'd go, I need more pencils. I love pencils. I fetishize pencils.
So you'd steal from your classmates?
I would. I'd go, oh, get it. Yeah. And in the third month, when they already had 3 pencils, so they're not going to miss. They can have.
Oh, that's nice of you.
They can have 4, and they're not going to miss 1.
Right.
Then, one day, Miss Veblen, whoever it was that year, said, when another kid said, wait a minute, Jeffrey, hey, Jeffrey's got 50 pencils in there.
Yeah.
She said, Jeffrey, what happened? Oh, my God. I burned with shame, and she said, everybody who's missing a pencil, go, and they took my pencils.
Okay.
But I did learn my lesson, and now with the kids, I see that they love stuff, and they love to hoard stuff. But I thought I learned my lesson, but then this morning, I realized that adapters, adapters, you can never have, it occurs to me somewhere in my dark part of my brain that I need adapters, because there are many different, challenges. But so sometimes I take them from the hotel.
You steal the adapter, yeah.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. And I should, and starting now.
Oh, really?
If you're within the sound of my voice and you're missing an adapter, get in touch with me and I'll send it back to you. And I'll never do it again.
Last thing, and then again, I mean, this is fascinating that you brought all this new stuff. And again, do please check out the album as well. We were talking backstage. When George Clooney was here, he said that Paul McCartney was backstage. You were there the same night.
I saw the great George Clooney and his wonderful play, very important, very great. But I found out shortly before we went, guess who's also going to be there? Paul McCartney.
Right.
Paul McCartney. I have never met Paul McCartney.
I would imagine there's not a very long list of people in your career you have not crossed paths with at least once.
I impress my own self with a lot of the people that I seem to have rubbed shoulders with.
Yeah, okay, but it's your first McCartney.
True. I have to, as a matter of fact, restrain myself from taking reflected glory and saying, hey, you know who else I met? You know who else I know? I seem to like that. I shouldn't do that. And starting here and now, I won't. Okay.
No adapters, no name dropping. New Jeff Goldblum.
This is a red letter day for me. So Paul McCartney, I was very excited. And then sure enough, after the play, I was looking and we both got a chance to go backstage and meet George and the cast. I saw him in the flesh for the first time ever. And there he was, my golly. I'm very starstruck, and because he means a lot to me. And then they were taking pictures, and he saw me, and he was very nice. This is bragging. I shouldn't do it, but he said, Jeff Goldblum. I love Jeff Goldblum. Come here, Jeff. Let's take a picture and all that stuff. It made my life and my year. I know.
Now I have a question.
I feel the same way about it, because the Beatles. I mean, everybody. You've all got stories like this, but I was a kid when I Want to Hold Your Hand and She Loves You, yeah, came out. And I remember Susie Connolly, I was telling Kevin backstage, in her cut-off jean shorts, and I was like 12, 13.
Yep.
And they went, here, come and listen to this song. It's all mixed in my nostalgic bosom in a way that's very, very exciting and meaningful.
Now, if Paul McCartney, and I don't know if he did or not, but if he had reached out a hand to shake it, what would you have done to Paul McCartney? Oh, you would have just done full, yeah. Right. You got it with McCartney. You got to get the germs. You want some of those germs.
and I may never have washed my hands.
Yeah, you threw his germs up and you walked through it.
Exactly.
Well, I can still feel him on you. And you know what? I like having you here. It's just a delight. You're like nobody else. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Jeff Goldblum, everybody. Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Schnitzer Orchestra's latest album, Still Blooming, is available now. We'll be right back with more Late Night.